Let me zoom in where we are seeing some passing showers. If you are in Fort Bend County, heads up. So Pecan Grove, I'm talking to you. Foster areas, notice this nice little downpour. I'd say moderate to maybe a briefly downpour, yellow to the orange on our radar, headed towards Weston Lakes. Other than that, Greatwood, Sugarland, maybe a stray shower. Missouri City, hopefully this little shower will hold together and cross right over even the South Beltway there towards Almeda, 288. You've seen a few passing showers, but the majority of this deep tropical moisture that's been offshore is trying to start to move into areas in Matagorda and Brazoria County. From this, it's kind of been fizzling out. The atmosphere has basically kind of been eating at this, and it hasn't been quite as strong as what we saw yesterday. I'll show you our latest future track, and by 2:30 this afternoon, it's about 12:41 right now. We are doing this as a live stream, so if you click this on your phone, or maybe you're watching this through Facebook, again, I am expecting us to continue to see some of these showers and downpours right through your evening commute home. So make sure you keep that umbrella with you, especially if you're wanting, if you're running errands, if it's that type of afternoon for you. If you have a pool afternoon or early evening planned with the family, I'd have a quick plan B. I wouldn't cancel the original plans outside. Notice how some of these downpours are fairly scattered. So it's going to be fairly hit and miss. Who picks up a 1/4 of an inch to maybe a 1/2 an inch? I do think areas right along the immediate coastal areas between about a 1/2 to 1.5 inches of rain is very possible. As we get into your Saturday forecast, rain chances a little bit lower, but they are still there, especially for the first portion of the day. Once we get into the evening hours on Saturday, that's it as far as the rain goes. High pressure builds back in starting Sunday, and that will take control of our heat and our weather pattern even through next week. Next week we get hotter and we even get drier. So we need the rain. Let's hope we squeeze a few more drops out of these clouds. This is a live look outside in Galveston. Speaking of 90 degrees for the lunchtime hour, but check this out. 90 in Galveston. You know, we're tracking 87, let's say in Sugarland, 91 in Tomball. It is feeling in Galveston well above 90. We were feeling more into the mid to upper 90s earlier here for our midday. Notice as I pop some of these feels like temperatures up, feeling up to about 100. So just about the same. Really, the only break we're getting is in Wharton right now. And the reason 79 degrees for your current temperature and your feels like is only because of the rain. So I'm going to actually dial the radar back, and you can see exactly the areas that are seeing a break in the heat right now are the areas that's seeing some beneficial rain. We all need the rain, but right now it's been fairly concentrated areas southwest of town. So in Wharton County, Fort Bend County, this is where we've seen some nice downpours. And again, that's where those temperatures, as a result, are a whole lot cooler. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit tighter. You know, this is the nice thing about being on a live stream and on the web, that we don't have to do this in that 1 minute block that we get in TV. So here's Almeda, here's 288, right along the South Loop. That's a healthy downpour, and that's what I think will become a little bit more area wide, especially as we get into about 4, 5 o'clock this evening. And again, that could impact your evening commute as well. I do want to show you a quick check of the tropics. You know, giving your extended outlook in the forecast, the good news is we're not expecting any new development across the Atlantic. The reason is it's primarily because of this dust that basically shreds the tops of those thunderstorms off. So as they're trying to gain energy and intensity in those tropical cyclones, well, they kind of fall apart, but that can impact our air quality. So heads up, by early next week, we may start to see some of our air quality levels being impacted just due to some of that dust. We have had Alex, Bonnie, and Colin. The next names on the list are Danielle, then Earl, then Fiona, and so on. So we will see when those develop. Of course, we will let you know. But as far as today goes, what you can expect is heat, humidity. Temperatures are in the 80s and 90s, feels like temperatures in the upper 90s, closer to 100, and these scattered downpours. So with all this moisture offshore, don't let your guard down. Keep your umbrella handy. I am expecting some of these downpours to impact your late afternoon and early evening commute home. So if you typically leave the office about 4 or 5 o'clock, or you have anything planned for the early evening hours, you may still be dealing with some of these scattered downpours. Again, moving right through Pleak and Richmond, Greatwood, right through Missouri City. And again, if that little shower holds together, that could impact areas along Highway 90. Here's 288. We've had some nice steady showers right over 288. We haven't seen a whole lot in Galveston just yet. If some of this holds together, then potentially by about 4 or 5 o'clock, I think this afternoon. That's when we'll see some of these showers and thunderstorms kind of line up right along for our coastal areas. And this is where we could be picking up a quick half to maybe an inch and a half of rain. I will say a lot of the thunderstorms have been really kind of dying out. Not a lot have held together. So again, cross the fingers that we do see some of this rain materialize. The latest look at our future track, in case you missed this at the very beginning, does continue to show these storms trying to hold together right through about 2:30, 4, 5 o'clock this afternoon. Once we get into 7, that is it. Overnight, we stay quiet. Tomorrow, right up until midday, that's when some of these thunderstorms start to pop up once again. And after that, that's it. As we head into next week, we are going to get hot and we are going to stay mostly dry. So take care of yourself out there this weekend. Keep the umbrella handy, and let's hope for a few more downpours. Happy Friday. Our chief meteorologist, David Paul, will be in for 4, 5, 6, and 10 this evening.